NYPD is on heightened alert this week after the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. While police stress there are no specific threats to the city, a new memo reminding officers to stay vigilant amid fears of political violence. NYPD brass has met with Secret Service stationed at Trump Tower, where an increased number of officers are protecting the former president's New York City residence. And joining us now, NYPD's Chief of Patrol, John Chell, and Deputy Commissioner of Public Information at the NYPD, Tarik Sheppard. Gentlemen, good morning. It's good to have you with us. So, Chief Chell, I said in the lead up there that there were no specific threats that you all are aware of. But when you see something like that take place on Saturday in Pennsylvania, an attempt on the life of one of the most prominent New Yorkers, what does that tell you? How does that change your thinking here in the city? Right.
So this city, everything that happens worldwide, nationwide, always ends up coming back to New York City one way, shape, or form. And when this happened Saturday, I could tell you immediately our leadership team was on the phone. I was on the beach. We're calling our police commissioner, everyone involved, to see what can we do right now to move quickly. So Trump Towers, Trump properties, how can we be precautionary just to put up that footprint that we're going to keep some areas safe in the city? And we did that immediately. And again, precautionary, no threats, but that's what we have to do. We don't have a choice in the matter.
Deputy Commissioner Sheppard, we've heard from the FBI for years now that the threats that they think about a lot more than they used to are these domestic threats. They worry about political violence. How much has that matrix changed for you all in the last few years? Obviously, you're still thinking about ISIS and extremism from outside the country, but how much more do you think about domestic terrorism?
Yeah, well, domestic extremism, domestic terrorism, something that we talk about all of the time. We work a lot with our partners, our intelligence division. They're always on top of this. And, you know, the bottom line is that you can have plans. There will always be vulnerabilities. And we just got to continue to make sure that our officers stay vigilant and remind them of these type of things can actually happen. And so, you know, one of the things we're looking at is how do we continue to improve technology to help us keep, you know, the city safe, these kind of events safe, political visits, dignitary visits. How do we incorporate technology into that? How do we use our drones more effectively? So we're always looking for cutting edge technology to, you know, keep all these events and people safe in New York City.
Chief Chell, threat level, measuring the threat level. It's a daily incidents report, I would imagine. What's the threat level today compared to like 4 or 5 months ago?
Well, you know, in a city of 8.5 million people, think about it, we're always at some sort of threat level. And we're always prepared to move. We have to. So we're always at a heightened alert, even though there's no specific threats to the city. We're always at a heightened alert because we are New York City. And we always have to be in tune with our Intel Bureau, federal partners. Every minute of the day, something can happen. And again, we have to move quickly. Just like going back to Saturday, we have to move quickly to put up a posture, a footprint of keeping the city safe and vulnerable targets. And in this case, Trump properties, if you will, Trump Towers. So it's every day.
Can I ask you guys, I know you don't have any inside information, it's not your jurisdiction, but when you saw what happened on Saturday in Pennsylvania, what were the initial questions that popped to both of your minds when you saw the layout, you saw sort of that overhead view of how close that barn was to the stage and all of that? What did you think right away?
Well, I think we had the same questions that everybody else had. We just have to wait for the after action. After all these incidents, they have what they call a hot wash, and they'll go through everything, who was supposed to be where. But you got to remember, this is a multi-agency operation, and we don't know enough right now to make a determination of what went wrong. We'll get all that, and we'll incorporate it into our plan in New York City. One of the things I know is that we work very well with the Secret Service. You know, great partner, very competent people there. Pennsylvania State Police, same thing. So we'll just wait to see what comes out and see how we can make New York City better. But I do want to say that counter sniper should be man of the year. So calm under pressure, ice water running through his veins, and he stopped a lot more people from being hurt out there. So kudos to the Secret Service counter sniper, because that took a lot of courage and a lot of just cool under pressure to do.
Yeah, it was. And Chief Chell, what did you think when you first saw this?
Well, again, we'll wait for the after action plan to come out before we critique our brothers and sisters down there. But from a civilian point of view, we have the questions of who had the rooftop, was there air support, how are the communications? You're hearing different reports about different things, 86 seconds, 26 minutes, 30 minutes. We have to get the facts for making an assessment. But to bring it back to New York City, when a former president was in the Bronx, in the middle of a park.
Yeah.
We had numerous interactions with the Secret Service. We have a great relationship, like Tarik said, and going over what's the plan, what's the line of sight. There was a building by the pond. Who's covering that? We know how we did it here with them. We did it well. How it worked in Pennsylvania, I guess that remains to be seen. And then if something did happen wrong, what was wrong, how do we fix it? Thank God the former president didn't get seriously hurt and just become better. You know, no plan is flawless. I'll tell you that.
Hey there, MSNBC fans. I'm Luke Russert, and be sure to join me, Rachel Maddow, Jen Psaki, Lawrence O'Donnell, Steve Kornacki, Joy Reid, and many more September 7th in Brooklyn, MSNBC Live Democracy 2024. Click on the link for ticket information. We will see you there.